It says here in the definitive history of Westchester that back in the 1950s, you were known as Prince Ramses I. Is that right, Rammy? Should I start calling you Prince? So does this mean that your preferred name is Rammy? Looks like Rammy knows all about Westchester's preferred name policy, but I'm not sure everyone does. As Westchester's Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, you led the effort to enact this policy. Can you tell me what it's all about?
Sure, Chris. We recognize that some members of our campus community have preferred names as opposed to using their legal first names. So we're really excited that we now have a formal policy where students, faculty, and staff can select a preferred name that will appear in select university systems and records. It recognizes the needs of many members of our communities, including those who identify as transgender or non-binary, students and faculty and staff in our international communities, as well as anyone at Westchester who just prefers a different first name.
I've always been fascinated by the power of names and how integral they are to our identity. As chair of the Department of Psychology, Vanessa, what can you tell us about the research for names and identity?
The research actually tells us that our names are very powerful in shaping how people see us and how we see ourselves. So the name that we're given actually conveys a lot of information to people that we're not aware of. Things like the region that we might have been born in, ethnicity, the class and educational level of our family, and people respond to us based on that information. And over time, we take in information about how people are responding to us, and we develop a sense of our own identity or a sense of self. And if that sense of self and identity then doesn't fit with who we are, right, it makes sense to me then that people would want to use a name that feels more in line with who they want to be and how they want to be seen by other people.
Tess, you joined the university in late August and let HR know that you want to be known as Tess where possible, including your email address, on the website search engine, pretty much everywhere but your paycheck where the university must continue to use your legal name. As someone who already took advantage of Westchester's new preferred name policy, tell me why you made this decision.
Sure. So I'm a genderqueer individual, so using my legal name can cause a little discomfort, and I much prefer to be called Tess. I think it represents me and my gender presentation a lot better. And it was really wonderful as part of the onboarding process to just know that the university had this policy in place, and I was able to take advantage of it right away. And I thought that was really great and welcoming.
Simon, you used a preferred name before we enacted our new policy. I'm sure you see this policy as a change for the better.
Yeah, I mean, before I would go into my classroom with my legal name. Students would look at me and say, oh, I'm in the wrong classroom because this is a man up here and that's a woman's name, and they'd leave. And it took a long time to figure out how to navigate that awkwardness. But I also think this change in policy sends a signal to people that this is a safe place to be, a place where they're respected, a place where they can be safe.
To take advantage of Westchester's new preferred name policy, submit your request at MyWCU. Check out the FAQ page on the university's website. And don't forget to call me Chris.